You're watching Star News, the news leader in Southside, Virginia.
Welcome back, everyone, once again, live in the studio now with Tyler Martin. And Tyler, I understand that you were on the scene of an accident that took place on Saturday.
Yes, this accident took place Saturday right around the 2 o'clock hour. Now, this was a two-vehicle accident that took place right there near Nelson Toyota. Now, this is on Henry Street. Now, the accident actually took place directly behind where you're seeing in that intersection in the straightaway coming across Ferrystone Park Highway. From what I understood by the state police, one vehicle stopped and the other vehicle just rear-ended. We do know there were minor injuries reported in this accident, but no life-threatening injuries. Major damage done to the front of that Chevrolet pickup, and quite a bit of damage done to the rear of the Ford pickup as well. Bassett Rescue Squad as well as the Bassett crash truck was on scene, as well as the Virginia State Police.
All right, and listen, what do you think was the contributing factor in this case?
Well, we're not sure. Maybe if the driver of the Chevrolet was distracted. We don't know. Maybe if he saw something that just distracted him. But I do know there are charges pending against that driver.
All right, and pretty serious accident for the truck there. Let's talk about how hard that hit must have been for that truck to sustain that damage.
Well, if you look at the front of that Chevrolet, you see that it's got a what they call a brush guard. Now, those are steel rods that stick up from the bumper, and they're made to to push or to keep brush off if you're going to be driving on a form. And that's why they're called brush guards. But if you look, that brush guard is pushed all the way in the front of that pickup. So it must have been a pretty hard hit to bend that brush guard up like that. But pretty hard hit, and we do know injuries were reported in this scene.
I would think so. And then as we look at the truck that was hit, it doesn't look as though it sustained that type of damage.
No, a little bit of crinkle in the metal, but nothing extremely, not as bad as the Chevrolet's damage.
Showing us, I guess, that some of those older model trucks are still probably the safer way to go.
Well, sometimes, they are made of the American steel.
All right, now speaking of safe, might have been a little bit of a safety hazard, what you actually had an opportunity to catch happening in Collinsville over the weekend.
Yes, I happened. I was leaving that wreck scene on Henry Street, and I was going through Collinsville. I just happened to see this, and I turned around and came back because this it was really cool to see it. The horse and buggy through Collinsville, but it was a little bit of a safety hazard. There you see the vehicles using the center turn lane as a way to get around this horse and buggy. And then you've got vehicles on both sides, and it was backing up traffic. Now, even myself, I was almost in an accident getting to this because vehicles were merging over without looking. They were just trying to get over to get to their destinations. Now, this was at a very busy time, Saturday afternoon. So a lot of traffic out, a lot of people running their errands, doing their shopping, things like that. And then the horse and buggy was kind of delaying traffic a little bit.
I've got to ask, what was the occasion for the horse and buggy?
Well, I don't know if it was a wedding or what occasion it was, but I've been told that this horse and buggy was seen as far as Ace Hardware there in Bassett. Now, I originally saw the horse and buggy right there around O'Reilly Auto Parts in Collinsville.
Well, the most recent horse and buggy viewing I think I've seen might have been coming up from Bassett in the parks there at Ferrystone and seeing what appeared to have been some folks maybe with a wedding, and this possibly a wedding or some sort of an event there. Interesting to see, but you've got to ask yourself, what kind of paperwork do you have to have on something like that to get the approval to drive down such a busy street?
Well, exactly. And that's something that we're going to look into.
All right. That was interesting, and you don't see it every day, and certainly if you're in traffic, you don't want to see it every day. Slows things down quite a bit. We'll take a quick commercial break and be back with more what's taken place over the weekend right after this.
You're watching Star News, the news leader in Southside, Virginia.